Well, there we have it, people. Like, not only did we take Southampton's best players, we have now just put Southampton down into 18th position after this 2-0 loss. Liverpool, amazing. Do you know what? Liverpool did something today which was just so beautiful to see. We played the game, second half, professionally done. Professional performance. There was no nervousness. There was no back passes going astray. There was no loss of the ball. We just, anytime Southampton had the ball, pressed them, dominated them in their own park, won the ball back, attacked every now and again. But do you know what? We kept it cool. We kept it calm. And I was slightly worried the first half because I was thinking to myself, Matip looked a little bit off. We looked a little bit worse in possession. But once we got going in that second half, that was a sensational performance by Liverpool. We literally stopped them from doing anything. And even though much is going to be made of Firmino and Salah, which with an incredible, what strike partnership at the moment, I think I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about Virgil Van Dijk. I thought that is what we paid £75 million for. Virgil Van Dijk was a colossus today, and he sapped the confidence out of Southampton. Once they saw he was in that type of mood, they were just like, do you know what, we're not going to score today. He won every ball. He was talking on the pitch. He was, even at times where it looked like Matip might have let it go, he just stepped in every given opportunity. He stepped in, he stepped up to the plate, and that's what you pay the big money for, because these are the type of games that take you to the Champions League, and 2 points behind second place. Now we are the team to challenge City's dominance in this league. I tell it you now. I know there's no more. There's one person watching. Okay, that one person who's watching right now. Liverpool are the natural challengers to Manchester City. Next season, once Naby Keita comes to Liverpool, you know, I think what we have in terms of the structure at this moment in time is probably going to be the best Liverpool you will ever see. And today was a small token of that, because today you had Virgil van Dijk bossing it in defence. You had Karius, who stepped up to the plate to make the big saves at the crucial moments in the game. You had Salah, you had Firmino, you had that quality, that difference to be able to make something out of nothing. And you had the energy in the midfield, even if the midfield lacked creativity, it lacked that link. But I might be going a bit ahead of myself here, but Lallana's cameo appearance today kind of showed that, you know what, in the interim, until Naby Keita joins Liverpool have that creative link between the midfield and the strikers. Do you understand what I mean? Like, we don't have to necessarily play it so far long as many times when Lallana's playing, because Lallana does get in between the gaps. He moves out wide. He comes into the space in the middle, and he's a great link. He creates great link-up play on the floor for allow Liverpool to be better in possession rather than going too direct too quickly, because Emre Can, Wijnaldum and Oxlade-Chamberlain, they're great engines, right? They're fantastic engines in that midfield. You know, they press well, they win the ball back well, they dribble well. They're genuinely very, very good. But the problem is that they're not very good midfielders in terms of being able to go into pocket of space, kill the ball dead, and keep it moving. You know, they're very much more like, okay, we win the ball, and we have to take one too many touches, then we start thinking too much, and then we generally lose the ball. They're very much like, right, cool, get the ball, get it to Firmino, Mane and Salah as quickly as possible. And that's the kind of tactic we've been playing recently. With Lallana coming back into the team, I think it's going to allow us to control games more, particularly when we're winning, because he's much more comfortable on the ball. He's naturally gifted on the ball. Like, we could argue and laugh about Lallana's contributions to Liverpool. Has he scored enough goals? Has he made enough assists? But I think that's irrelevant to the question of, is he important in Klopp's current team, particularly with Coutinho gone? And the answer to that is yes. Lallana is exceptionally important, not just for Liverpool, but for England as well. If England are going to connect the qualities in the midfield, in up front to the qualities in the midfield, they're going to need Adam Lallana. Adam Lallana is going to be that connector to drive the ball into your Allis, Lingard, Sterlings, Kanes at the World Cup. And that's what is going to be needed for Liverpool, particularly in these crunch games. We're going to need to win games and be comfortable on the ball while doing it. We can't keep playing as an counter-attacking team, because eventually when you play against counter-attacking team, that happened like what happened with West Brom, you get put in those kind of situations where you just leave yourself too open. So his return is going to be fantastic. But yeah, again, like I said, Virgil van Dijk for me, man of the match. Colossus, that's what you pay £75 million for. You pay £75 million for somebody to take the defence by the scruff of the neck when it was looking nervy, because at times it was looking nervy. Trent Alexander-Arnold kept getting put in positions where he was one-on-one with Bertrand and it was with Ryan Bertrand and Tadic, and a couple times Matic came over to try and cover him, and he made mistakes himself. But Virgil van Dijk stood up in that second half, and he made sure that there was no mistakes and everything was covered. Man of the match for me. Great result for Liverpool. Now with no football for a while, no Premier League football for a while, this is the exact result we needed, especially with the results going our way. And now we're in third. Come on, you Reds.